everyone, this is Old School from WhatTheBuck.net. This is kind of an odd video for me. It's got a little bit of information, but mostly it's a thank you. We had a great show last night with a couple of YouTubers on the show. We run that show every Thursday night until the season starts, and we'll be Mondays and Thursdays. Last night we actually had 3 guests. One, we had Jarriett Buie from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who came on early in the show. If you check it out on iTunes, it's probably 4 minutes into the show he came in. We had a great conversation with Jarriett, who's a USF Bull, former USF Bull, and former Armwood high school player here locally, about 20 minutes from my house. Really good young kid, a lot of activity, a lot of excitement coming out of him. You may have seen him in the news. He was the young man who was sent home from practice for knocking Byron Leftwich down during OTAs, which is a no-no. Got to have some discipline in there, but at the same time, I think a lot of fans kind of were excited by that, excited by his passion, and then also going, shit, what's Byron doing standing in the pocket so long in non-contact drills that he can get hit by a defensive end? But net, this is a young guy coming out of kind of a blossoming program in USF, and he said all of the right stuff. He's a film junkie. He's working with all the guys, and it was a really good interview. But we also did a walk around the South, and we had Outgoing37 from the Dirty Bird Nation, and we also had SaintsKick come on and kind of talk about their respective teams. I want to thank them. I think they did a great job following up Big Nick, who represented the Panthers in the What the Buck down south. We're going to continue to talk to those folks throughout the year. As the NFC South foes get to go home and away, I'm sure we'll instantiate some hat bets and things like that go on. The piece of news that I do have is that our final draft pick was signed, Josh Freeman, the supposed franchise quarterback of the future. And, I don't say that trying to be a smartass because I know all of a sudden the Kansas State fans are going to get pissed off at me again because I said something they took as a discredit to Josh Freeman. He got his money, which is good, and he did the right thing, and he's in camp early, which is terrific. That speaks volumes about what this young man's about. He needs to get out on the field and prove it. 5-year contract, $36 million, about $10.2 million guaranteed money. It seems like a fair contract, for the position he was. Now it's just a matter of him getting out on the field and showing that he can do this against the Bucs training camp practice schedule, which is going to be very different this year, according to Coach Morris. I watched the video on Bucs.com the other day, and rather than having the practices kind of stuck together the way they were in the past, they're going to have fewer practices in training camp, more full pad, full contact practices than they've had in the past, and they're going to try and continue that pace throughout the year. That's one of the things they've attributed the youth movement to, is to be able to maintain that level of intensity, contact, and physicality throughout the season. Obviously, we faded a lot in the stretch last year, and I think some of that's been chalked up to the overall age and physical capabilities of the squad that we put on the field last year. So Coach Morris and the staff are trying to make sure these guys are ready. They're going full speed. They're going full contact a lot more, and they're ready for it come preseason. So that's it. Not a long video today, just more or less noting what you've probably already heard on the buzz line, which is Josh Freeman is now officially a Buccaneer. This makes yet another year where we go into camp with nobody unsigned, which is phenomenal. The only real sort of dark specter looming over us is Barrett Ruud's contract. He says he's going to be at camp. He's not going to hold out the way Derrick Brooks did many years ago. But obviously that's something we're all concerned about with regards to his contract, even though we've kind of got him unlocked because of the CBA situation next year. But Josh Freeman will not be a holdout. He will be in camp. All 80 guys should be reporting as we speak. And we'll be able to see him actually Saturday. I'll be at training camp. We'll be doing YouTube videos as often as possible. They've kind of jacked it up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them in between practices, but I'll get them up as often as I can. And get you guys some information on the Bucs from training camp. So thanks again. We're getting close to 300 subscribers. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. Thanks to everyone who rates and sends comments in. And I think you'll find out if you come over to the shows on Thursdays or Mondays and check out the live show, you'll have a good time. I think Outgoing and SaintsKick and Big Nick and Panther Fan and Panthers Guru and those guys can tell you about it. So, again, this is Old School from WhatTheBuck.net. I'm out.